Well, hello, welcome. Wherever you are joining us around the world, welcome to a launch press conference for a quite fantastic show coming up March 16th. What a time to be a boxing fan. We're getting all the fights we want. Big fights, big nights. And we've got another one coming up at the Resorts World Arena in Birmingham. The return of the Magnificent Seven. Now, we had a belter of a Magnificent Seven show back last year in November, featuring some of the fighters that you can actually see up here, featuring some big upsets, some big moments. The first time was so nice, we had to do it twice. And I've got the man with me who is making it all happen. All these title fights galore, Hall of Fame boxing promoter Frank Warren. Frank, I've got to bring you in here. Look at this table. You're a fan of this Magnificent Seven theme, and we go again.
We do, the Magnificent Seven ride again. This is... I think this is a great format. We did it many years ago. We revived it. The last one I thought was the best promotion, British promotion, in obviously in 2023. It was just so many different facets of it. Good fights, quality fights. Great for obviously for the people buying tickets and watching it at home on pay-per-view. And we got the same thing again here with all our top talent. Some very experienced fighters, some youngsters coming through, and everybody is in a competitive fight. Everyone on the card is in a competitive fight.
And it's back in Birmingham as well. Now, Birmingham, if I'm right, was where the first Magnificent Seven show happened. Please, I'm right. Hope so.
Yeah, you probably are, mate. Was it?
James DeGale, as Gareth
James DeGale, yeah. James DeGale, yeah, all them years ago. I was only a young boy then. Anyway, but it's quite a few years ago. But as I say, we revived the format. We're going to do it a few times this year as well. This is going to be one of our regular sort of the way we're going to be putting shows on. Big value for money, great fights.
Brilliant news for TNT Sports subscribers as well. Frank, I'll bring you back in as we talk about these fights and these fighters. We're going to start with a fantastic fight down at welterweight. Two unbeaten British welterweights here. WBO European Championship on the line and the vacant English welterweight championship on the line. Owen Cooper and Ethan James. Now let's start with Owen Cooper. Owen, you have been the Midlands area champion. And now you can become the English champion, add another belt. Tell us how you're feeling about all of this.
Yeah, firstly, thank you to Frank Warren and Queensbury Promotions for giving me the opportunity to fight on the show. And yeah, it is a great opportunity for me. I've always loved the idea of doing the traditional route of doing the Midlands, English and British, and this is just a chance to do that.
You were both on the same show last time. Ethan James had a great win against James Moorcroft. You had a win on the card as well. And you said beforehand your intention is to get the winner of that fight. You have got that. What did you think of his performance that night? Yeah,
he fought really well. He really impressed me. But I thought Moorcroft was a very easy target to hit. And as people know, I'm not as easy as that. I like to move, but I also like to put pressure on. I like to counter punch on the front foot. And yeah, it was, like I said, it was a good performance. But I'm up for it. I'm really up for it.
In that Moorcroft fight, there were moments where he stood and traded, actually, with James Moorcroft. Now, I've seen some of your clips, Owen. I've seen you put people to sleep. I've seen you really hurt people. Can this man, Ethan James, afford to stand and trade with Owen Cooper?
No, I don't. In the great respect, no. I don't believe he can. That's my game. Staying on the inside, getting up nice and close, and trading. That's what I do. That's my bread and butter. So, no, I don't think so.
Well, let's hear from Ethan James. Let's see what he thinks about this potential of standing and trading with Owen Cooper. Ethan, big fight for you. 2 belts on the line, including your one that you will be defending. Tell us what's on your mind in this fight.
Yeah, no, it's a good opportunity for me as well. Obviously, picking up another belt and looking on moving onwards after this. But obviously, I've got to get through Owen first on the night, and I see myself beating him.
What do you make of him as a fighter? What gives you so much confidence?
Just my own ability. Obviously, I know what his game plan's going to be. It's like everyone else said, it's going to come rushing at me, try to make me miss and just smother me. But look at what I did for 10 rounds in my last fight. So obviously it's just who's going to be better than tonight, and I believe I will be.
Well, he said there that you can't afford to stand and trade with him. That would be his game. What do you think?
I mean, I showed what I could do with someone that knocked his last opponent out. So, and he couldn't land the glove on me really. And even when I was trading with him, I thought I had the better. But obviously, we all know my game plan is not to stand and trade. But if I need to, it's there. I've been sparring the big boys and trading with the big boys. So let's see what I can do on fight night.
You're a champion now as well. I've seen you've been taking that belt around. I've seen pictures with it. Northampton Town. What's it feel like to have a bit of gold?
Yeah, it's good. Obviously, it was a good achievement for me. But obviously, I'm looking onwards and looking upwards, and to bring boxing to Northampton, and I'm one of the fighters doing that. So I just want to carry on.
Okay, well, this will be the last time you see Owen Cooper ahead of fight week. He's just down the opposite end of the table. Owen, have a look right back. Anything you want to say to each other?
No, just all the best, mate. It's going to be a cracker.
No, mate, all the best. The biggest compliment I can give you is the way I'm training. I'm training so hard, mate, honestly, and that's the biggest amount of respect I can give you in the way I'm training. So all the best.
You too, man. Appreciate it.
Lovely stuff. Frank will bring you in here. Cracker between two unbeaten welterweights.
Yeah, between them, 21 fights, undefeated. Both Queensberry fighters, so it's an all Queensberry fight. I'm really looking forward to it, and both of them are by the sounds of it too. So it's going to be a cracker.
Let's bring in, thank you, Ethan, thank you, Owen. Let's speak to the man directly in front of me, English heavyweight champion, the unbeaten Sol Dacres. Before we come to Sol will be defending his title on this show. I'll bring you in here, Frank. What's the plan here? We've got no opponent here today. How do we see this playing out?
Look, the fight I want to try and make is Sol against David Adelaide. It's a cracking fight. He's suspended at the moment by the board. So I'm hoping they'll have the hearing regarding his disciplinary hearing soon. And if they give him permission to box, then we've got a great fight. I mean, it's a fabulous fight between the two of them. They're both very, very good fighters. Solomon came in very late noticed in Saudi for his last fight, and it was late notice, but he did what he had to do, and he knows he's involved in this heavyweight mix at the moment, and it's a very sexy division to be involved with. As far as if you're a heavyweight, I mean, everything's happening at the moment in the heavyweight scene. You're getting these great fights being put together, and there'll be the next generation of guys coming through, and I'm sure he'll want to be one of them.
Well, let's bring in Sol Dacres here, English heavyweight champion, unbeaten in boxing's blue ribbon division, seen by many as such. It must be a good time to be Sol Dacres and excited to be out on another big show.
Yeah, like you say, the heavyweight mix at the minute, it's all action, and Frank's got his hands on all the heavyweight players at the minute. I want to be one of those big players myself, so like you said, get myself back out there with a good fight that we're hearing about now, and just make another statement.
And if it is David Adelaide, which sounds very much like the plan here, break down that fight for me.
You just have to see it and see what happens. You've seen what happened in his last fight. Expect more of the same.
Well, look, one thing you did say after that fight, Fabio Wardley against David Adelaide, you interrupted Fabio Wardley's post-fight interview with me, and you said you got to do better because that guy in there was poor. Now, you were talking about David Adelaide. What made him poor, in your opinion?
You got knocked out. How much poorer can you get? That's the ultimate worst way to go out is get knocked out, and that's what happened. I don't think he won a round and he got knocked out, so that speaks for itself. I'm not going to speak too much on a man that's not here to speak back, but that's what happened.
Do you feel like you're the cream of the crop in Britain in terms of the rising heavyweights?
Yeah, I definitely think I can be. My last performance wasn't great, but I come in late notice. I'd been in Saudi, a bit of sun, enjoying the show. Come back and they said, let's go in 2 weeks. I said, okay, then let's go for it. Didn't have my right preparation, but now I'm properly training hard, got plenty of time to prepare. So, let's see where I can go, and the top is where I think I can go.
All right, and you said you don't want to say too much about a man that isn't here, but I'm sure David Adelaide is watching. I'm sure if you say something on camera to or about him, he will see the clip. So is there any message you have for David Adelaide?
See you on fight night.
Okay, thanks very much, Sol Dacres. Frank, we've heard from you already on this fight, so we'll keep things moving. A fantastic fight again between two unbeaten British super bantamweights this time. Fantastic fight. You can see there Dennis McCann and Brad Strand. First, we're going to come to Brad Strand. There's titles on the line for this, the vacant WBO Intercontinental, and Dennis McCann, you've got your Commonwealth title there as well. Let's start with Brad Strand. You had a good win last time out, and in your post-fight interviews, you made it very clear, I want either Dennis McCann or Liam Davis. Well, they're both here. Have a look around. How you feeling?
Yeah, feel good, obviously. It's not in person when I'm calling people out. I just wanted my career to get moving, Devon. Obviously, you know, off the back of that, I've got this fight, so I've got what I wanted.
For Dennis in particular, the fight that you have landed, have you seen anything in his fights where you've seen flaws where you thought, yeah, I fancy that?
Nah, I back myself against any fighter, Dev. I don't watch anyone and think, oh, he's got flaws, I'll pick to fight him. Any super bantamweights in the country, I'm backing myself against them no matter what.
What did you think of his fight with Yonuk Baluta?
It was a good fight, just Baluta's a handful, isn't he? He's shown that in his last few fights.
And is this the year that Brad Strand steps out? You've been sort of in the shadows a little bit. Nick Ball's been taking a lot of the red triangle kind of limelight. Is this your year?
Yeah, defo. Get this fight out the way and push on. Big 2024.
Well, let's bring in the menace. Dennis McCann, great to see you again. Tell us your thoughts. Brad Strand's down there. You know, he fancies it. Talk to us.
Yeah, listen, he's just another opponent for me. He's unbeaten. And he called me out. So that's it, we're both here now. We're both fighting men. Surprised he took the fight, to be fair. But that's boxing, it's good. That's good that he took the fight. And this fight isn't going to set me up for the next one. I'm using him as a warm-up, to be honest with you. So use him as a warm-up for me. So yeah, I'm excited.
Brad Strand, let's get your reaction just to that opening comment, because Brad Strand's no warm-up fight for anyone.
You can think whatever he wants, Dev. Use me as a warm-up all you want, lad. You'll come unstuck.
I won't come unstuck with the size of that head, oh my God. He wouldn't be able to miss it. I don't know how he was an amateur boxer, because how do you find a head guard to fit that head? I don't know, to be honest.
Who's got a big head, lad? What are you on about?
He wouldn't be able to miss it.
Alright, sweet. Chatting shit.
Couldn't miss it. I've been in Liverpool 7 weeks. More scouts want me to win than him.
The what?
More scouts want me to win than you. I'll sell more tickets. I'll sell more tickets to scouts than you will.
Sweet, you do that.
He's been hiding in the.
They'll watch you get beat, won't they?
Leisure centres. He's been fighting in. I don't know where he's been, to be honest with you.
I'm fucking here now, lad, aren't I?
Yeah. You're only here because I brought you here to give you a baiting. The only reason why you're here is to get yourself a baiting. That's all.
It's the what?
To get yourself a beating. That's the only reason why you're here.
We'll see, lad, won't we?
Perfect.
Dennis, when he called you out initially, I saw on Instagram, I'm always watching on there, you reposted the Instagram post and you just put lol. What was it that made you laugh about Brad Strand calling you out?
Listen, to be honest with you, I wanted the Blue fight next, but I think this fight is going to set me up for it lovely. That's why I've got a good management team behind me and stuff like that, but I really wanted to fight him next. I've had him in my mind for a long, long time now. I've been in camp over Christmas. I've been training very hard. I've been to America, working very hard, and I've changed coaches and management team. I moved straight down to Liverpool, straight down there. I'm living there full time now, taking over Liverpool, Hay City. But yeah, I'm very excited. Unbeaten opponent. No one wants easy fights. We're fighting men, so that's why I want to be in these proper fights.
Do you still believe you're the best super bantamweight in the country? You're sat up here, Brad Strand's your opponent. Liam Davis is right behind you as well, who is smirking at me.
Number 2. He's number 2. Isn't you, champ?
Huh?
You're number 2.
For now I am. I am. On paper I am, yeah. But this year we'll see, won't we? This year I'll be number 1, definitely. 1,000,000% it will be. Listen, last time out, to be honest, it was a bit frustrating to get the showcase what I've got in the tank. 70.5-foot ring. You was there. It was about 40 degrees in there. Do you know what I mean? I walked out. I genuinely couldn't breathe. But this is what it is. It's all learning. And Brad Strand's in me right now. I'm not overlooking him. I might be a good talker. I've got to sell something because he can't sell it. But I'm not overlooking him, of course not. This will be the hardest I've been training, so got to get rid of Brad Strand first.
Just quickly, Liam Davis, can I just get your prediction on this fight?
Don't care. Don't care.
Thank you very much, Liam. Thank you, Dennis McCann, and thank you, Brad Strand. We'll keep things moving. Frank, I'm sure you care.
I do. I mean, we're really blessed with super bantamweights. I mean, these are real good quality operators, young men coming through. They're all making their mark. We've got two in Brad and Dennis fighting each other. I think there are about 25 wins between them and one draw. It's a quality fight, and it's an intriguing fight, and I think it'd be very, very competitive. Very competitive, and we're going to come on to Liam at the moment. He's down the end there. I mean, he's going from strength to strength. He's in a real tough fight himself. So this is exciting, very exciting. Good. It's a real good match.
Well, let's come on to Liam. Liam, I think you've already warmed up the vocal cords. You don't care about that fight, but I'm sure you care about your fight. IBO world title on the line. You've been the English champ, been British champion, European champion. This is the next step, right?
Yeah, it's gets my foot in the door at world level. It's not the cherry on the cake for me personally, but gets me in the right position. I see he's been sparring a new weight. It's a big fight, and I'm looking forward to it. See myself coming in. I've been sparring well, training hard, and swear to God, I just feel unbeatable. So yeah, whoever's in the opposite corner, good luck to him.
Well, it is Eric Robles in the opposite corner. In his last fight, he beat Lee McGregor. It was a bit of an upset. It happened on these shores. What did you take from that night?
Not much, really. I think McGregor's a good fighter. He let him hit him too much, and I just think it's a totally different fight when you're fighting me. It's as I've shown, I'm the best super bantamweight in the country, no doubt about it. And I'm looking to become the best super bantamweight in the world.
I saw a picture of you with your belt cabinet. Plenty of belts in there, but plenty of space as well. Are we going to fill that up this year?
Yeah, 100%. The belts are nice, but it's missing the main ones. What I'm in the sport for, the world titles. I want to be the best in the game, and that's what I set out to do from a young age. So I'm here, still as hungry, still as handsome, and feel like every fight I got better. This one, you'll see the best performance of Liam Davis, for sure. Could we see the most handsome Liam Davis in this fight, then? Well, I've took all my hair off, haven't I? Gone for the madman look, so we'll see.
Well, that's dangerous news for the super bantamweight division. Tell me this, you've always said, if that phone call ever came from Naoya Inoue, you'd always just say yes, right? Yeah, of course. Said before, I've never been knocked out, man. I've always fought sparred big guys, never been badly hurt, and I'd like to test myself just to see if he could do it, do you know what I mean? Or to be the best, you got to be the best, and I think I've shown in my career that's definitely what I'm here to do. Fight the best, be the best, and I ain't come unstuck yet, have I? No, you haven't. And also, you're in a great position where you have got a bit of a target on your back as well. You've got other super bantamweights here. Dennis McCann, who you've already had a bit of an exchange with. Brad Strand, who called you out after his win as well. Do you feel like you're kind of the guy on top with other guys shooting for the king? I understand why they're calling for it. Because when I was in their position, I was calling for Jason Cunningham and Brad Foster, if you remember correctly. But hopefully, the man who wins can keep winning and we can do a big fight. Wish them both the best of luck. That's that. All right, thank you very much, Liam. Frank, really one of the breakout stars of 2023 was Liam Davis, and a big night for him coming up. Yeah, without a doubt. He's in with a very capable fighter for the IBO title in Robles. As you know, here in the UK, he beat the highly touted Lee McGregor. People call it an upset, but he went about it and done it in good fashion. Liam's also coming through. He's won the European British. I think you had the Commonwealth, didn't you? I didn't have the Commonwealth. The British and the WBC and WBO in the Continental Belt. So he's collected a few belts on the way, and he's going down that traditional route. And this is a tough fight for him. This is a big test for him.
there's no doubt about it. It's a big test, and as he said, he's got a target on his back from the other Brits. They're all there looking to see. Hopefully, we're all hoping and believe he'll come through against Robles, and if he does, there's maybe a challenge with the winner of this fight down the road. So this is great time for British boxing, and it's certainly a great time for Liam. He's doing everything that's been asked of him.
Great stuff. Good luck, Liam. Lovely speaking to you as well. Let's bring in the Juggernaut. Let's go up to heavyweight. Oh, the Juggernaut is back. Mr. Joe Joyce. How are you?
Hi. Hey, everyone.
It's Kash Ali. It's Kash Ali. That's who you're fighting. He's not here today, but that is your next opponent on this big show. Give us your sort of opening thoughts. It's great to have you back.
Yeah, good to be back, and it's good to start a new year with a bang, like get back into camp and for another goal, a target, a fight date in March against Kash Ali. Yeah, looking forward to it, getting to get back in the winning ways again, getting a good fight, get stuck in, get a nice victory, not a knockout or something, and then there's plenty of fights on the horizon, like really good fights to be made. The heavyweight division is like thriving right now, and especially with these new opportunities in Saudi and stuff like that. They're even it's just really exciting times, man. And there's plenty of good fights. There's plenty of good fights coming up in the division, and there's the start of the year off against Kash Ali, and I've got a good few fights this year, and I think this year is going to be a really good one.
Well, look, 2023 was boxing snakes and ladders, right? You've talked about how maybe 2023 was a bit of a snake, but maybe you just ran into your bogeyman. That's what you've said, Frank, in Zhilei Zhang.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, so styles make fights, and a hard-hitting, durable counter southpaw who hits very fast, very hard and very fast is it's a bit of a. I thought I'd beat him the first time round, but in the later rounds, but the eye kind of stopped that. And the second fight, I prepared. I learnt from the first fight and corrected all my mistakes. I believe leading up, and did my best in the ring. And obviously I didn't get the result, but I did 3 rounds afterwards. I still felt fresh to continue maybe doing a couple of rounds sparring or something. But he got the beating of me, and he's a great fighter. So I'm gonna see what he does next. And now on the horizon, I've heard he's going to be fighting Joe Parker, so that'd be a good one to see how that one pans out. And I'm still here. I'm not retiring. I've got plenty more fights to be in, and it's an exciting time. Why retire now? He might be crazy.
Frank, let's bring you in here. I mean, the comeback trail for the Juggernaut and some huge nights ahead.
Well, it was the year of the snake last year for Joe.
Oh yeah,
no doubt about that. But Joe had that great win over Joe Parker. Real good, and a great fight. It was a very competitive fight to watch, and done it in style. And now look where Joe Parker is. He's come back and fighting the guy that who beat Joe. It's interesting times, and it's in the heavyweight division, anything can happen. As I always say, you've got these big guys in there letting these bums go and so forth. Maybe clash of styles, whatever it may be, but. It's in some ways like a merry-go-round, and if Joe within a couple of fights can establish himself and be in there, and there's two great fights to be made if he wants to go down that road. One is the winner of Parker and Zhang, and if it's Joe Parker, that'd be a great fight. If it's Zhang, maybe it's something where Joe want to correct. I don't know, but there's a lot of fights there for him to be involved with. He's got a great pedigree, and if you think only last year, he was the most avoided heavyweight in the division by far. We were trying to make the matches and nobody wanted to fight him. So, things happen and it turns around, and at the end of the day, all we can do, we provide a platform. He's got this comeback fight against Kash Ali, and who bit my hand off for the fight. And we're in a situation now where we're hopefully
who Kash did,
yeah, he did, and we're hopefully in a position now where Joe capitalises on this and gets himself back in the swing. He's one of the nicest guys in boxing. It's a pleasure for us at Queensbury for him to be involved with us. We support him all the way, and will continue to do so. He's got a great team around him with Adam, his manager, and so forth. And I would really like to see him back in the, in the top echelon of the heavyweight division this year, and he's capable of doing that.
Joe, it must have been quite interesting watching that Saudi show, the Day of Reckoning, December 23rd. Watching Joe Parker, a man that you have beaten, pick up a career best win. Watching Daniel Dubois, a man you have beaten, pick up a career best win. How did you find that?
Yeah, it was a great night of boxing. I was ringing around my friends like, oh, who's going out to watch it? But I literally, we just said I'll put it on. I just stayed sitting where I was and watched the whole thing from 4 o'clock. It's like all heavyweight, showdown, like massive event, 2 cruiserweights. I was chuffed, man. I was like happy to tune in and watch. And obviously people saying like, oh, why wasn't you there? Whatever. I just come off a loss, and it is like a bit too close too soon. Yeah, but there's plenty of opportunities that like down the line.
It's there to be done.
Yeah, it's there to be done. So yeah, I got one. Got to start the ring off with a good, like, decent fight. Kash Ali's unpredictable, a little bit bitey sometimes, but I think he's like a good fighter.
Hungry fighter.
Yeah, and yeah, get a nice win there, and then everybody's like, oh, who should he fight next? So that's where I want to be. And see, I've had the losses in amateurs, and I've come back and like won medals and stuff. So I'm going to do the same. I'm going to, it's a sport, and not both teams can win every time. So, but I'm hungry and ready for the to get back to where I was at and get a heavyweight title.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Joe Joyce. I tell you, we're going to save your fight prediction for Fight Week, because I want you to tell Kash Ali directly to his face. He's not here today, so we'll save that. Thank you, Joe. Any final words? Anything you look like you want to say something? Come on.
No, not really. But I mean, yeah, I'll say something to Kash Ali when he gets here. Shall I?
Tell you, if he's watching, do you want to say anything to him?
No, I'll save it. I'll leave it.
He was going to after 2.99s.
What, 99 flakes? What? No, what were you saying?
They're after 2.99s.
Are you suggesting I look like an ice cream man?
No.
Okay. Let's keep things moving. Thank you very much, Joe Joyce. Thank you, Frank. Let's talk about the British middleweight championship on the line. Mr. Nathan Heaney sat to my right. Look at that belt. Look at that there. Taking on Brad Pauls. Fantastic fight. We're going to start off with Brad Pauls. Now, you are the English champion. This is a step up. This is the British title. Did you expect it to be Nathan Heaney who you'd be fighting for a British title when that call came?
No, not before the Bentley fight, to be honest. I thought, in all honesty, Bentley was going to get the win. So fair play to Nathan for that. I was in line to defend my English, which would have set me up for a British title shot anyway, so whoever had it at the time. But yeah, I said yeah instantly. You don't get many opportunities like this in boxing, so you can't turn them down. And this is my world title fight. This is everything I've got, all I've dreamed of for this belt, and it's just there. So, yeah.
You said after you won the English title, you talked about how you were hoping for a defence. Hopefully on a TV show I can get defence of my English title. Well, look, you've got a British title shot on a massive show. It must feel good.
Yeah, like you were saying, snakes and ladders, and boxing's a funny old game. I would had to wait a long time for a British title shot, but Nathan and his team have picked me. Obviously, they think I'm an easy touch. I don't agree. So this is my time to step up and take my opportunity and get the belt I've always wanted.
Everybody thought that Nathan was going to be an easy touch against.
Yeah,
Except for you, that is.
No, I certainly haven't.
No easy touches.
Brad certainly isn't seen as an easy touch. No. Brad's seen as an English champion. Like when you look to the division, you see who's got titles, and obviously I've got the British title, but then obviously the next best title in line to that is the English title, and he is the current English champion. So in my eyes, that's a worthy fight, and it's no easy pick'em fight at all. I think it just adds more prestige to the shows, to be honest, in having someone like Brad as an opponent.
Has he made a mistake picking you?
Yeah, I think so. It's the biggest fight of my life, something I want more than anything in the world, so it's everything I've got. I think you don't get more of a domestic fight than an English and a British. I see what you're saying. And the British fans love good domestic fights, and this is one of them. I respect Nathan, definitely. He's done it the hard way like me, small hall, worked his way up, like the way I've done it. But this is my chance to get my lifelong dream, and this is everything I've got for this belt.
In terms of Nathan Heaney, is he a fight that you've always fancied, regardless of him having the title? Because he's got a great fan base, great name for the resume. Is he a fight that you've always fancied?
Yeah, like, you always look at the other people in your weight category and you think, you weigh yourself up against them. And, yeah, it's obviously a fight that I wanted. I said, yeah, instantly. And it's nothing personal. He's just got the belt that I want more than anything. So, yeah, snakes and ladders, get this win, and I've changed my life and I've made history.
You got a bit of power as well. They call you the Nuki Bomb. Is that right?
That's right. Yeah, spot on.
Do you think you can knock Nathan Heaney out?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely got punching power. My record suggests it. But I've got other attributes, other strengths. I can probably box a little bit better than people think. But I think it's going to gel to be a really good fight. To be honest, I rate Nathan. I think he's got a good style, and I think the fans win this one. It's going to be who wants it most.
Well, let's bring in the hitman, the newly crowned British middleweight champion. I bet that sounds good.
Yes, it does sound very good. Yes, it does. It does.
First defence, Nathan. You're defending that throne. This man thinks he can knock you out. I'm sure they all think they can knock you out. Tell us what's on your mind.
Yeah, just like you said, obviously something he's always dreamt about. Just like obviously this position I'm in, I dreamt about later on in my professional career in terms of obviously becoming the British champion. So yeah, that motivation is going to be there for everyone, particularly when you fight for a big title like that. But he like you said, he's a bit better than what people think. I totally agree. He's got a good jab. I think defensively he's better than what you would assume he is. He's got quite good movements. And yeah, I think, as you said, he sets up for a good fight. Obviously, I've got good attributes myself, but it's how we nullify each other.
Well, I guess you've proved yourself now, right? For so long it was like, this guy, he'll come undone somewhere. He's just a ticket seller from Stoke. But now you're the British middleweight champion. So has that chip been sort of removed from your shoulder, or have you still got it?
No, I don't think so. I still think I've got a lot to prove. Because, for example, Bentley, people might perceive that it wasn't that I performed that good. It was just Bentley performed that bad. But then, did I make him perform that bad? Who knows? Who knows? But for me, I've always want to prove myself to be a good fighter. And obviously, like take that chip away each fight as it comes. But I keep winning, and I've beaten some very good lads, and hopefully I'll continue that going forward.
I saw an interview with you where you said your ideal 2024 is a British title defence, a fight with Eubank Jr. at Stoke, and then a world title fight at the end of the year.
Well, anyone at Stoke, to be honest. I just want to fight at home. I really do. And obviously to fight Stoke City would be a dream. But Chris Eubank would be a great dance partner to do that, to make sure that it'd be a fantastic event. But absolutely anyone. So yeah, British title defence, fight at Stoke City, and then obviously with everything that's going on in Saudi Arabia and stuff, I'd love to fight there or in Vegas or anywhere, wherever the world, wherever it could take me in the world. That's where I want to go.
Well, Brad, I guess you're here to ruin this guy's dreams, huh?
Yeah, against all odds. I'm the away fighter, but sort of like how Heaney was against Bentley. People writing Heaney off against Bentley, and look what he done. So, stranger things have happened.
What's your fight prediction, Nathan?
Just do the best I possibly can to obviously make sure that I still retain the British title, and hopefully if I do everything and listen to Steve, that's what should happen.
Brad?
Good fight, entertaining, and a Nuki Bomb win.
Okay, thank you, gentlemen. Frank, fantastic. Nathan Heaney's first British middleweight title defence, and it's a good one.
Yeah, again, they've got similar records, 18-0 and 18-1. Nathan in his last fight, most people thought that he was in with a world-class fighter who gave the world champion, a real tough fight. And most people thought he would be outclassed. But the fact of the matter was he outclassed Denzel. And people say you can have off nights and so forth, but he didn't have an off night at all. And I think he negated a lot what Denzel could have done. It wasn't just about allowing your opponent to do certain things, and he certainly didn't allow Denzel to get into any momentum. He just kept him off balance all the time. He boxed superbly well, and got caught a couple of times on the chin, and showed that he's got good whiskers. He done absolutely brilliantly, and You know, two lovely fellas again, and real nice, you know, nice guys. I think it's going to be a real quality fight. Brad, English champion, puncher, and he's in a similar place because, you know, most people, with the greatest respect, would say that Nathan's the favourite for this fight, and it's up to you to go and prove him wrong. But it is a cracking fight, and as far as Nathan's concerned, who's been with us for a while now and has been, you know, been brilliant for Queensbury. Tremendous. He's probably the biggest ticket-selling fighter in the country. He's got fabulous support. His dream is to fight at Stoke City, and we'll see what happens after this fight. If he comes through it, we're going to make that happen, and I will make that happen. I'm sure that that's the situation. So he's got a carrot to go for it, and Brad, if he comes through, he knows that he's going to, you know, get our bag, as the loser will. You know, the losers on these bills, it's not the end of the world for them. You know, they'll come again and work their way through. But all of the fights on the out are all good quality matches. Real good quality matches.
Fantastic stuff, Frank. Thank you so much, everyone at this top table. And you've heard it there about Brad Pauls and Nathan Heaney, two nice guys. They are all nice guys up here, but with mean intentions. March 16th, Birmingham, TNT Sports. Tickets are on sale right now. We're going to do some face-offs down the front. Stick with us on the stream. We're going to do some interviews at the back there. Until then, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you very soon.